Hello? Okay. For some reason he threw out my microphone. I'm only a little bit late. So I'll keep it short. Because I didn't have much prepared for today. Well, let me show you what I did do. And because I fixed something that I said was a problem, but I didn't fix it back then because it wasn't that noticeable. Oh, I figured maybe I should. And the reason for it was that my calculations for the twilight angle was off. And it was correct when it went from dawn to noon, but it wasn't correct when it went from noon to dusk. And by recalculating a lot of stuff, and I mean recalculating,
There's an extra.
I just grabbed this math that I made and actually calculated it out, the both of them, and found out that I simply had to put a minus here. That was the only error that I made. And now, as you can see, it does do it correctly. So I got that fixed, but it took me more than an hour to figure out that that was the problem. So I got that out of the way. And I actually wanted to look at the pre-dawn and post-dusk thing. Because right now I just say, oh, only a few hours after, and then it just pops out into night, as you just saw. And I also want that to fade pretty nicely. But then I need to do a few recalculations. So I already started like putting more notes after certain variables so that I could see what the variables are and also from how much to how much it goes. The twilight angle goes from 0 to 90. But it's this variable that is going to tell how long after sundown or before sunup the fade should be. And
Geen gearders. Dus ik kan er geen dingen ertussen doen.
But the thing about it is that it's time related. In the sense that right now I put in 2, but with that I mean like 2 hours. That is what's happening. So I was thinking of actually doing the dates, converting everything in this code that I have into the date format, so that I would have so I would be working with the correct variable format to start with. Technically. But I was still thinking, how am I going to do that? Let's go back to the top.
Ja, dan maak maar je jump lines.
Because right now I do have clock, which I make 0. But eventually, the clock is going to be this one.
Maar wat moet je dan nog hebben?
And it's a
Hoeveel?
Array. Of course it's an array. Isn't it always? So the first thing in the array is the year includes the century. So the year is then the month 12. Wait, no, we're not that far yet. Then we said the day of this month, which is 22. Then we set the hour. Let's set it to the current hour. So we're going to play around with that a lot more in a bit. The minutes. Let's just grab this. Then the seconds. Let's just go for 00. Oop. I'd already closed it. 0. Do I need to put in it? I don't think I need to. Weekday of the month. It's Tuesday now, so that would be 1. Year day is, oh boy, I have no idea which year, what day of the in the year it is. Actually, but I can find that out. Yeah, I can copy paste this entire thing in here. Print this out for me. Okay, there we go. So did I do it correctly? Looks like oh, 9? Oh, minutes. So apparently 36. Though we're not going to do much with that one, but I think I just need to put it in there. Do I need to put it in there though? I wonder. It might be interesting to use this in the calendar, but I'll just keep it in there for now. Okay, so the clock is now an array. Let's say clock. Find. So that's the first. Find. I'm not setting the clock here. So we can... Though we might need to change that to... Oh man. Ja, oké.
Omdat ik het zie dichterbij zie komen. Oh, nou, probleem.
See, that's why I already wanted to do this in a sense. Now I have to figure this out. I can split these apart. Maybe that's what I should do. And say date. Don't know if I already have a date, but and with date we can simply, let's just grab today's date and say that
Acting towards low gravity.
I want it to be the year, so that one plus, wait, maybe I should, oh, brackets and brackets.
Yep, and but
So that's the year. That's the month. And that's gonna be the God damn it, date. And you can already see that we might get in trouble with like what we do down here, because now we're just giving it like one string of numbers, and that's plenty enough for it. But we need to change it in such a way now. We can't just add this up or turn it into a string that consolidates, because if the month is like 1, we still need that 0 in front of it. Same thing as with the day. We need to have that 0 in front of it. So let's do that first. Because we have date, blah, blah, blah. That's the one it grabs. Oh. Oh, come on. Yeah, we're calling it to the same thing. So right now it's just grabbing date from below here. It's grabbing it from here, which is not what we wanted to do anymore. Okay. So what does current date make? It makes an integer x for x in string date. Oh, it's turning it into... Okay. And that gets drawn out here. So we need to find a way to consolidate this? It would be handier if we could store the entire thing as a string in the current date. I don't... Integer x for x in string. Let's just for giggles
Do they come
see
this
what
way?
happens. Invalid syntax. Okay, that's what I
Ze komen sowieso
figured
bij
it
de
would happen,
station.
which you can't say. Okay. So let's grab this out, because right now I can't remember what I was using that for, or how it works. I can write an if statement. I think. How do you I can put it in as a string and say like string date. That would give us like the year as a string. Print date. That doesn't even get that far. I did call it date, didn't I? Am I... Print date. No, not set. Date. Okay. So this does look what it's supposed to do, but it's... Huh. Okay. I'm turning it into a 2D array when it's actually a list. Yes, that's what I'm doing. Yes, that looks better. Okay. So that is what we're looking for. But it's still... I changing? Okay. I was able to print date first, and now I can't print it again. So I think I'm changing
Ja, niks.
the variable here somewhere.
Holy fuck, schiet op 2
Get
kilometer
that
aan
out
ons.
of the way first. Okay.
Recht boven ons. Vlieg naar de dam toe.
Day. Date. Maybe I should change the name of this. Okay. I say date. And I want to replace that with date. Draw. Okay. Find.
Dit is straight drag.
Replace. Find. Replace. Find. Replace. Find. Find. Okay. Fine. Let's look at more date. 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 Date draw. Date. 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 Day or date. Date draw. Date. Okay. So I changed the function's name so it's not the same as the variable's name. And now it is doing this, which is good. Yes. 125. Here it's getting into a problem, which is okay. Which I expected. Because we have now only like saying the year.
In dit geval niet erg.
And we have to figure out how to consolidate this into something that would work. Okay. It's this whole thing is so slow. Okay, right now this is as this is output, which is good. What happens if I...
Yep, it's going down. Volg jij hem?
Is he gonna add them together, or is he going to consolidate it?
Je hebt best een feeling.
Into one. He's adding them up. Okay.
Een audio pakken. spirit itself.
What is he going to do now? Oh, hey, that looks great. Okay, let's test it though. If it's the first of the month, okay. Let's... Oh. I want to try something first. Before I can make a whole if statement. Oh, I went on too far. I made no bob. Okay. I'm wondering if the date here is... Okay.
En de peerders. Volgens mij kunnen we wel eens wel.
Is less than 10. How am I going to add a 0 in front of it? Because it's going to book it like an integer.
Vind je nou nodig? Beter.
Let's try something else first. I'm wondering. I'm wondering if I'm turning this into
Wacht, niet doen.
0, 1. Is he going to omit the 0? He is going to omit the 0. Because it's an integer and it will ignore 0. And that's there. Okay. I'm now just doing random stuff to figure stuff out. Okay. Then month. String 0. I'm already turning month into string, so maybe I don't need to add these things. But we'll see. Else, cap lock sensitive. Take it back. Okay, let's run this to see if I get errors.
Ik zeg ook als er iets. Die is nog best ver weg.
Wait, what? 130. Oh, that's here. That's fine. But here it seems to not give me any errors. So if I turn this up here, into a 1, is it going to turn it into 0, 1? 0, 1, 2, 2. It does. Great. Now I have to do the same thing for date. For day. Sorry. And here we can say day.
I don't know from which point I can shoot it.
Okay. Let's test it again.
Oh.
And just to be sure. Turn this into 5. Turn this into 8. And run.
Okay.
Yay! Okay. So we got that step tackled. The current date displays what we wanted to see. But then I get an error in tulip must be integers, not strings. Most likely because this is very much an integer now. Object of type int has no length. Int has length. Though I don't need to actually do that because I know what the length is always going to be. So it's going to be 8. I don't think that's what it's whining about. Int subject isn't subscriptable. Is that what this is doing? Maybe. It was turning it into an integer 1 by 1. No, we can do that. Oh, I am doing something else though. Invalid syntax. No shit, Sherlock. Date is the only string there's in here. The rest... because these are already strings. That's what you get for trying to combine stuff. Okay. Let's take a step back. We know that this works. Did work.
Ze komen hier in de buurt.
And what we could do...
Zullen we naar bullets.
Give it a try. Oh, hey. Okay. Oh, it's turning it into an array. Gotcha. Yay. Let's... Yeah, and it's the correct date. Cool. Let's... test it again. Go back to it and say this is 4. This is 9. You gonna work? Are you gonna work for me? 4 0 4 0 9. That makes me wonder if it wants it like this. Could I build it differently? In the sense that, can I already... Because I think current day is in string now. Of an, not a string, a list.
Yeah, way overshot it. It's moving quite fast too.
And that instead of turning it all into string and then back into an array or a list, in this case maybe I can just not turn it into a string but just keep it as a list instead. But maybe just keep it this way for now, because that seems to work nicely enough.
Here come the beats.
You always can see it later. Let's say fix
CRG.
no problem.
That's right. Mist die er aan rustig.
You got the conversion via string. Because it's an integer array first, then we turn it into a string to turn it back into an integer array, which is strange. In a sense, because you have to like rethink it.
Yeah, that was follow me.
But let's look at the clock. With the clock, we're only going to use the hours and the minutes. We are not going to use the seconds or anything date related. So this can go. And these can go. So eventually the clock will have two thingamajigs. I am wondering maybe if it would be better to recalculate it in minutes of the day. so that you don't convert it to hours, but just keep on adding even after 60 minutes.
Ik ben niet meer in de buurt.
Because then we're working with a narrower field, but then it would be harder, I think, to say
Lijkt het wel.
that something needs to happen at a certain time, because then you have to in your mind recalculate how many minutes that is. It's not that big of a deal, but input wise it's not that friendly.
Eerst dat hier, dat is neer.
So I think the calculation itself should think about that instead. So we're going to keep it on. Clock only has 2 values, and I'm wondering why it's still going, since I'm just saying that the clock is a list of two values. Weird. Okay. But that means we have more control over it.
Shooting. Het nog één, duurt het aan één kant, maar hij is dropping hard to the ground. Als ik het goed zie.
Because yeah, this is gonna be a thing. It's similar, isn't it? So maybe we could just copy paste it from date.
Waar is het gaan? Oh, als je stopt met je snelheid indrukken, dan remt hij sneller af. In plaats van tegengas geven.
We're gonna change the clock. I think we are though, but that's fine.
Ik heb ze helemaal op. Dus even alleen nog wat er in de turret zit.
Okay. And
Good.
ooh, apparently that's a function. Let's not do that. That's first. See what this brings us.
Ja, hem niet bijhouden.
I think it's gonna get us in trouble. Yes, it is. Set time.
Sowieso.
It's because we're doing something funky down here when we call the function. Set time. Actually, we're doing it here, but set time, we say clock. Unexpected indent. 142. Can I just click to go there?
Found you.
Ah, that
So,
sucks. 142. Well, you're absolutely right. It has a wrong indent. Int object isn't subscribed.
Staan veel lef.
142.
Ik vind het wel irritant. Ja, dan ben ik gegrind, dus...
What does time look like when it comes in? Looks as 0. Is it because here I'm doing something with the clock?
Heb je alle bodies opgepakt of... Oké, dan ben ik mijn wapen kwijt. Dan ben ik mijn wapen kwijt. Alles is gedisplant. Ja. Daar zit best wel wat lekkers in.
Here the clock is already 0. Maybe because here I already call for clock. And here...
Die kans is bezig.
Hmm.
17. Steeds vol. Oké, normaal ben ik er niet zo van, maar hierbij moet ik toch eerlijk even zeggen, dat denk ik dat Rio heeft.
Okay, that's now correct. And I think that is what it prints. Unsupported type for tulip int 496. It's the moon cycle, the sun cycle that's going. Okay, wire 395. If
Daar is
clock. Okay, I can't use this naming convention because I'm already using it somewhere else. So
daar kan je. Ik kan het wapen wel maken, ja. Ja.
I think here we need to say clock. Ooh, oh, oh. Zero is our count.
Ergens moet.
Hmm.
Window.
The tulip object doesn't support item assignment.
Die staan hier.
495. So here something goes wrong. Tulip. It's not a tulip. Doesn't support item assignment. Huh.
Nee?
Is that
Nee?
because here I don't have an elf?
Share progress.
I just want to check if that's the problem. Yup, isn't defined. Right. Oh, it is now. Still have the same problem. Okay.
Niks in de buurt.
Occurs when we try to change the value of an item in a tuple. Sorry, I always say tuple, but it's tuple. To solve this error, convert the tuple to a list. Change the item, add a specific index and convert the list back to a tuple. What? I first have to change it into a list. Change clock into a list. Change it and then turn it into a tuple? Why? Tuples are a mutable object. The clock shouldn't be an immutable object. It should simply be a list. But why does it turn it into a tuple to begin with? I mean, can I force it to be a list? Does that turn you into a list? No. List. Does that turn you into a list? Okay. Am I going to get in trouble for doing this? Error. Function expects at most one argument. Got two. Okay, lists are used to store multiple items in a single variable. Lists are one of 4 built-in data types in Python used to store collections of data. The others 3 are tuple, set, and dictionary, all with different qualities and usages. Lists are created using square brackets. Okay. Lists items are ordered, changeable, and allowed duplicate values. List items are indexed with the first item has the index of 0, second the index of 1, etc. Ordered. When we say the lists are ordered, it means that the items have a defined order, and that order will not change. Well, I hope not. If you add new items to list, the new items will be placed at the end of the list. Okay, so if I do turn this into a list by making it like this. Well, I'm not adding a new one, I'm changing it. Unsupported type for list int.
Not at this point.
Okay. Therefore, okay, tuple is a collection which is ordered, and unchangeable allows duplicated members. A set is a collection which is unordered, unchangeable, and unindexed. A dictionary is a collection which is ordered and changeable. No duplicate members. Tuplets are unchangeable, meaning that
Combat
we
bot.
cannot change,
Crew
add
bot.
or remove items
Repair
after the
bot.
tuplet is
Scavenger bot.
tuple has been created.
Zet bij de basic even weer beter.
Okay. So it has to be a tuple, but I can't change it halfway through. But this is not a tuple, right?
Dat is die best. Met het kleintje even op.
And if this is a tuple that cannot be changed, I'm going to get in trouble with the rollover. Because then this needs to change. I am... Change list item. Okay. To change the value of a specific item, refer to the index number. Change the second item. But I get an error if I do that. The length of the list will change when the number of items inserted does not match the number of items replaced. If you insert less items than replaced, the new item will be inserted where you specify, and the remaining item will move accordingly. Okay. But it's still giving me an error. Unsupported type.
Moet het het op Propulsion of op waar baseert schieten?
I've entered this. Is there something that I'm doing wrong? I know these are integers. But is there something going wrong here? Which says, no, this is not an integer. No, it's an integer. I'm telling it to go from 0 to 24. I'm just going to force feed it.
Welke heb jij allemaal wilt? Hoe de fuck kan het niet echt alles weer nut zijn? Er staat ook die functie die hiernaast zit. Zeg. Kijk eens naar dat ding toe.
Let's put in the action.
Oké, dus ik ben functies gekeken. Dan, ja, oké.
Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Because I'm hours is 3. I don't have to count. Okay. So that didn't help at all. And it's not as if I'm spelling it wrong, because then this wouldn't come out at all. Oh, schatje. Unsupported type for list. Am I making a syntax error? Changing a range, changing item value. If I'm looking at what I'm getting here, I can't really. Maybe I should just figure out what type they are. How do I do that again? Variable type. Okay, I can simply use print, in which I could simply say print type clock and print type hour count. Let's see what it gives me. Class lists, class int. Fine. can I specify an item inside the list? Int. So why can't I change an int? Into another int. I'm not comparing them, so it shouldn't be like the double equal signs. The list is changeable, meaning that we can change, add, and remove items in a list after it's been created. I know, that's what I want to do. I want to... Do I need to remove items from lists? Turn the number of the elements. Returns the index of the first element of a specific element at a specific position. Pop. Removes the element at a specific point. Remove, reverse, sort. No, there is no method I can use. What if I just say 7? It goes, no. Nope, can't do that. Let's put it somewhere else and see if that might change things. And here it has changed it. What? No. If I put it here, it does change it. Then why doesn't it? Does it have to do with this? I don't know what else it would have to do with. Right now, I'm just Googling on if statements. Because I remember I had this error before, and that had everything to do with an if statement that came before. I needed to put in an else, and then for some reason it did work. Though I put in an else statement a second ago. And that didn't change anything. Okay. Nothing happens because I used a break. Let's return. Return isn't gonna work though. Because it's not a valid syntax. Outside function. Yeah, return doesn't work because this is not a function, therefore it cannot be used. But break can't be used either because then it would just go out the entire thing. So what? It's the print that's going wrong? Unsupported type. Sure. Saying, oh, it's on this thing, but it's not there. I am kind of stuck now until I figure this out. Can't really move forward. So I'm going to keep it there for now. I know it's not very satisfactory at all. But I don't know what else to make of it. No, okay. Well, if I do figure it out, you guys will be the first to know. If any of you have any ideas why this stuff isn't working for me, what I'm doing wrong, why I can't seem to change an integer in a list, I would really like to know. so I can actually keep going. So I see you guys next time, and hopefully I would have this fixed. Alright. Bye.